All right, y'all. So I just want to make a quick video going over some of the basics that I'm going to be going over with you for the take-home lesson from the Pups Board and Train. So all of this stuff we're going to go over in great detail during the take-home lesson. The reason for the video is just to kind of give you an idea of what we're going to be talking about. And also just to have a video reference that you can go back to. Of course, you can always reach out to me through phone, text, email, whatever. And for the rest of the dog's life, I'm committed to the dog. So first off, let's just start off talking about some things in general. Less is more. Less is more. When a dog is giving you a behavior you do not want, we want to talk less, touch less, and stimulate less. So your dog has a vocabulary. We're going to review that here in just a second. You're going to receive a printed out version or an email. I'm going to email you a copy of that. We want to talk to the dog in words that he knows. Don't try to make up words, not sentences, not paragraphs. Words that the dog knows, hold them accountable for those behaviors. So the vocab that the dog knows, sitting down. I do not say stay. So if I want the dog to hold the position they are in, you've seen it in videos, I put my hand in the dog's face and walk away. Do not stare directly in the dog's eyes when you're wanting him to hold a position. You can look toward the dog, watch him out of your peripheral vision, but do not stare directly in the dog's eyes. That'll make him want to break and want to come to you. Okay, so off is off, paws off of whatever. Down is the position of laying down. Obviously, sit is his butt's on the ground. Down is laying down, elbows, body down. Off is your feet are off of whatever they're on. People, countertops, backseat of the car, whatever it is. Leave it means take your attention away from it. Let's go means walk in my direction. You can be in front, behind, left, right. You cannot be putting tension on the lead if you have the lead on the dog. Break, go use the restroom, go eliminate. Inside and outside, that's used for going through thresholds. Heel, the dog is walking nicely on a loose leash on your left side. Out of your mouth, so the dog has something in it. It's different than leave it. Leave it is the dog is paying attention to something over there, a squirrel. I tell him to leave it and I keep walking. Out, it's actively in the dog's mouth and I tell him to out it. If you've already been teaching your dog drop when I pick the dog up, I may have stuck with that command. We'll talk about that during the take-home lesson. Up means up on anything, up on the back of the truck, furniture, whatever the case is. Now is my recall word. I do not use come. You've seen it in the videos. Dog will return to you and sit in front to get rewarded. Place, your dog will come home with a brand new place board. That's his place for right now. You can generalize it to other things like I've done here. You've seen that in the videos that I've sent you. Crate, the dog goes in his crate. Free dog is just that. You're free to be a dog. Now, if he's on leash, he cannot pull on the lead. And even if he's not on leash, he can't give you any unwanted behavior, such as jumping, darting after cars, anything like that. Now, instead of teaching your dog or correcting your dog by saying no, your dog has been taught that a decision it is making is incorrect with my verbal of anything like that. Trying to get the dog's attention. The dog knows that the behavior he is performing is not what I'm wanting. Make sure with the e-collar, and you'll have the link to the e-collar video as well, the general basics of the e-collar that we'll go over during the take-home lesson as well. We never use vibrate to communicate to the dog. We're always using the dog's a stem of either 1 through 10. And we'll go over that in detail when I bring the dog home during the bring home lesson. Thresholds, I encourage you that you enforce thresholds. Crate, cars, exterior doors. The dog waits on permission and until he's given inside or outside or another command. I would encourage you to make sure that you have the dog go use the restroom before you go on a walk. The entire time your dog was with me, he did not eliminate on a walk. I would bring him out, give him a chance to go break. We would go walking. Now, some dogs won't poop until you do walk or until they get some activity. I did my best in that case to take him to the same spot, maybe a block away from my house. Tell him, free dog, go break, let him eliminate there, and then we're back to our walk, and he is in the position of heel. I do not allow a dog just to sniff every mailbox, every tree, everywhere that every dog has peed for the last 10 years, and think that that's a walk. Now, if you tell him free dog and you want to let him run around and do all that, that's fine. All right, now play with toys. Make sure, and I encourage you to do it if your dog is toy motivated, make sure though you end with the toy. The dog does not have toys that he is left with, other than maybe an appropriate toy, a Kong, a chew bone, an appropriate chew bone in his crate. Don't leave rope toys, tennis balls, soft toys. I hate soft dog toys anyway. I encourage you not to even give your dog a soft toy of any kind. Anything like that, don't leave that with the dog. You show up with it, you play with the dog, go throw the ball, whatever. The game is over, you end up with the toy. All right, so we're going to go over all of that in great detail during the bring home lesson. The reason I wanted to make this little short 7-8 minute video, however long it's going to be, is just so you can have this to fall back on, because when I do bring your dog home, it's exciting for you, it's exciting for the dog, and it is a lot to take in. So I encourage you to watch this video before your dog comes home if you can. If not, not a big deal. You've got it there to watch at a later date if needed. But during the bring home lesson, everybody's excited the dog's coming home, and it is a lot of information to take in. Good thing is you got this video to fall back on. And of course, for the rest of the dog's life, I don't care if it's 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years from now, reach out to me if you need to. I definitely don't mind. All of the dogs I trained, I take personal. So their behaviors are tied to me personally. I can't be successful unless you and your dog are successful together. You've seen your dog be successful with me. It's important, though, that you're successful with the dog. It does you no good that the dog was good for me and not you. So please, please, please make sure, stick to the words the dog knows. Less is more, less talking, less touching if the dog is highly stimulated. Hold them accountable for those behaviors. And remember, how you live with your dog is how your dog's going to live with you. If words mean things and you enforce that, the dog is happily will go along with it. If words don't mean things and I just say words and it don't have no meaning to the dog or no consequence, then the dog's going to continue to blow you off. All right. Well, thanks so much. Look forward to bringing the dog back. It's going to be good, and it's been my pleasure.